What's happening, y'all? We live. So we're not live from my profile. We live from the MisBelief page from now on. That's Brian's.
What's up? What's up?
What's up, Miss Terry from Trill Trivia? She up first. Brian, you want to take this from me?
Alright, we're going in.
What's happening?
What's happening?
What's going on?
J Still. Bats. J Still. Bats.
That's not gonna
Malik.
work.
Well, come on then.
Come on.
Oshun.
You guys make sure you share the video from the MisBelief page now. We ain't going live from DC Paul page no more.
Oh, wow.
So the MisBelief page.
Oh,
Share it. Tell people to follow the MisBelief.
I ain't got no earphones. I ain't got no mic.
All these headphones they got right here?
Malik, they got headphones.
Yeah, they got a million.
I think it's difficult.
True.
How do I
I sleepy.
Hey, real talk for real time.
She didn't have no ooh yeah to her.
Ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah.
Okay, that's
That was you up next.
I'm sorry, bro. I thought in my mind a question I wanted to ask, but I can't ask it on air. So I held it in.
I said what's happening. I say what's happening. What's happening, y'all? What's happening? Welcome to the MisBelief RadioShow. You're listening live on WBOK. We'll be okay. I'm trying to make that happen, but nobody won't follow it. Or you're listening on the WBOK app, or you're listening on www.WBOK1230am.com. And you're listening to me. I'm DC Paul, the millennial Arsenio with no material on Vimeo, slim waist, baby face, deep voice, and the number one choice, and the hardest working man that you don't even know yet. And as always, I surround myself with colorful, colored, creative, colored people. Who's this colored girl to my right side?
Now, I don't know why you thought that it was appropriate to refer to me.
I thought you was for colored girls.
I was colored girls for what?
I was a Negro.
For colored girls for what? Hi, everybody. It's the one and only, the unicorn herself, the lady, and all our right, Oshun.
Okay, what's happening, Oshun?
Hi, I'm glad to be here. I got over my bronchitis real early.
When you had bronchitis?
When you were aggravating me and I was boycotting this radio station, but it's over now. It's over now.
I'm sorry, I came to Oshun's house this morning and apparently it was her time of the day. Who's that to her right side?
I'm going to kill him.
Yo, what's happening? This is Malik. I give tours. I take photos. Holla at me.
What's happening, Malik?
He's so happy to be here.
No tours. I love you, man.
What's that?
Good day. Where'd you get your fish plate from on Friday?
I went to St. James, St. Manor on Broad.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
There's an outdoor fish.
Was it good?
Boy, that outdoor fish keep them.
Wait,
Yeah.
What you say about an outdoor fish?
It was rolling, you know, because when you fry fish outside, I think the air from the environment just make the fish better.
And the rainwater give it a little bit more flavor.
We talking about weed or fish? They're outdoor.
Who's that over there to my far left?
Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
Hey. What's up, y'all? It's Jay Still keeping it real, making movies and eating food.
Okay, we're gonna talk about you making movies a little bit later. I heard you was making movies. Legal, nice, appropriate movies. Though, right?
Yeah, not those kind of movies.
Right.
She got a little Carol's daughter in her hair today.
Beautiful.
What is wrong with y'all today? What is wrong with y'all?
And who's my man here to my left side?
Coming with the rawness of Lawrence and the swagger of King. I'm the only Martin you need for the 2018. It's ThatActorGuy. Martin Bats Bradford. You heard me? You can find me on all your social media platforms at Mr. Bats. Spell that Mr. out if you want to get it right. Don't get none on you. As usual is Bib Live. Let's go.
Taglines on top of taglines. I love it, man. We in season 2. So I want to say this is season 2, maybe episode 2 or 3.
Because our whack asses missed our own anniversary.
episode 2 or 3, but we in season 2 now. There was such a smooth transition from season 1, and we didn't even notice that it happened.
Right.
March the 10th.
We did a new photo shoot, and then that's pretty much all we got for season 2 so far. Same old cast, same old things is swinging, because we ain't in swinging things. Who's that in a booth tonight? Backup man, don't have a name or a tagline. Okay,
Backup man.
Do you mind if we call you Backup Man for the rest of the night? Okay, all right, Backup Man. Sure, appreciate your help, man. Backup Man. You gonna select songs for us to play and things? I'm gonna come and find all of our new music because we got a bunch of new music this week. By the way, the MisBelief Radio Show only plays music by local New Orleans artists. So if you're a local artist and your music is radio friendly, please edit out all of them cuss words and send it to us at TheMisBelief@gmail.com, and we'll put it on the playlist whether I like it or not. You heard me? Because it's not about me, it's about you.
I'm about to do a bounce song just so y'all can play it.
You know, so
Wait, you're gonna perform it? Or?
Yeah, it's gonna be me. I'm about to get in the boot. You know what I'm saying?
You be
Put it
shaking
in
that ass,
work.
Malik?
You know what I'm
You be
saying?
shaking that ass?
You gonna peep out?
I'm not gonna peep out. You know what I'm saying?
I actually
Can
wrote
you-
a bounce song.
You-
No,
you did? It's a new song?
Yeah, no, it ain't new, but the people on the radio ain't heard it yet.
Man, I gotta hear this song. Well, you know,
They
yeah.
go, lemon pepper
Wings, lemon pepper wings.
lemon pepper wings, lemon pepper wings,
Yeah,
lemon
yeah,
pepper wings,
yeah,
lemon pepper
yeah,
wings,
yeah,
lemon
yeah,
pepper wings,
yeah.
and the project punch. I
Oh,
said,
ooh.
lemon pepper. So yeah, look for it.
He said the Project Punch.
Look for it on my album, never coming out. Backup man, you supposed to have applause waiting on me when I do things like that, man. This is why I can't rise, man. I will never have people to clap for me when I really need it, when I shine. Oh, but no, man. We still got all of our stuff in the MisBelief folder, including up. No, we got a sound effects folder.
No.
You know what? I'm gonna come find it for you. All right. Yeah, man. Backup man is doing his best. You heard me. And we got a pretty good show planned for you guys. I was talking about new music. One of my personal favorite, a lot of our favorite emerging artists here in New Orleans, Xeno Moonflower.
Y'all,
He's here.
I love him so much.
We've been playing his song "Hell of a Woman" since he gave it to us. I played on the MisBelief Weekday Lounge. Now that I'm going 6 nights a week in this thing. Yeah. So if you're listening now on a Saturday night and you like what you hear, catch us during the week from 7 to 8 here in the MisBelief Weekday Lounge. And a lot of my creative colored kids, they come and hang out with me sometimes. Yes. Okay. Why not?
Black Panther.
Wakanda forever. You gonna stop referring to
What kind of color is you?
Shut up.
Is it weird that I don't mind being called colored from a fellow black person?
Don't call me
I like
colored.
it. Honestly,
Like weird, like it's like I know it's incorrect, but when he says it, I don't get that twinge of you mother. I'm like, okay, he's calling me colored right now, whatever. But I just know if it was someone else of a different situation historically, I almost like to choke him up. So
You know something else? So there's a racial slur that I don't mind so much.
Okay, what's this one?
Spearchucka.
That's kind of bold, right?
That's a little deep. I don't know about that one.
I don't mind Spearchucka because it evokes these emotions of the African warrior with his weapon, protecting and fighting. I don't mind.
Well,
I don't mind being a Spearchucka.
when you see him, he can be all the spear chuckiness you want to call him.
You know what I don't mind being called?
What?
A cracker crusher.
Okay. That one ain't bad.
Or
Or a coon slayer.
Coon Slayer!
I don't mind being called a coon slayer either. That's a good one.
We miss you, Coon Slayer Mastermind.
Yeah. Anyway, you guys, what time it is? We got a couple more minutes before we take a break, man.
I
So,
know.
I thought it was time. I thought that was enough of a
You didn't tell us
preamble.
about the rest of our guests today. You say Xeno.
You're right. Xeno Moonflower was here. And then Terry Coleman and Eric Clavo from Trill Trivia. Trill Trivia. Oshun, you've been to Trill Trivia before, right?
I go almost every month.
Almost every month. And I know you're excited to have them.
Yeah,
I've not
my
been
friend.
yet, but I'm planning on going to the next one. I'm looking forward to it.
So does that mean Oshun she dabbles as a trap queen?
Trivia trap.
Shit, yeah.
Trivia trap, yes. Yes.
Trivia trap.
But you saw the side eye I gave you like trap queen.
Right, that look.
God. Do they crochet at the trap house? Do they beekeep at the trap house?
Yo, you have the best trap house though, cause you like
My
your trap got crocheting and beekeeping and
My
what else y'all do?
bando-
Bingo, trap bingo.
My bando would be, listen, it would be extravagant,
Your
right?
bando is bingo.
Right. Everything will be so nice and organized.
Mhm.
It'll be so laid out and color coordinated, and flower patterns will be everywhere.
Flower patterns.
Everybody could come over there and get something to eat, give back to the community,
Right.
learn a couple of trades, because you don't want to be in the trap house forever.
I mean, Jay still know, cause that's what her movie about. She in the
Oh,
trap.
I saw it.
Oh,
I saw it.
Wait,
on spot. She
what
like,
movie?
I saw it. Powder.
Movie.
oh.
So, I think I talked about it a little bit last week. I don't know if I did.
It was
but,
good.
Some more. I wasn't here last
But
week.
basically, there was a competition that I submitted. It was me
Oh,
and my
yeah,
best
yeah.
friend. We wrote and we didn't shoot it, but we wrote and directed this short. And basically, it's about
you in the trap, but I'm
I'm in the trap.
Yeah.
And I'm
talking
doing
about-
stuff, and the way the story is set up, you think one thing is going on, but
Nah,
something
nah,
else is actually going on.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so tell them
It's okay.
Tell them where we can check it out at.
Nowhere yet, because we have to wait until March 19th to
Okay,
see
that's
what's
gonna be that far away.
popping.
Okay.
Then we
Next
can-
week.
That's next week.
Good luck
so
to
one
you.
more week.
I'm looking
Oh, can
forward
I
to
say?
that.
Can I actually say this too? I actually sat down and rewatched one of these, and that boy Raheem Gillespie is hilarious.
Yeah, he's
really-
quite a
Yes,
performer.
like that.
He's quite a performer,
That
man.
show, that web series was like,
Well, I would just say that I tried to watch it at work, and then it got to certain parts. I was like, no, I can't watch it.
Oh, I
That's
know.
it for
They did not
work,
tell you it was not safe for work because I did the same thing, and all of a sudden I was like, no.
Have you ever associated moi with anything
Safe
safe?
for work.
though. Right, I know, right?
Right.
We ain't never,
Or the Paul?
we ain't never had a safe. I was right. Neither one of us. Stay away from things that are. We'd be trying to get canceled every single day. All right, so I'm looking forward to interviewing Eric and Terry from Trill Trivia. They say they're a pair of blurs who wanted a trivia night where most of the crowd could clap on a 2 and a 4, and most people knew the appropriate response to what's the name of your school. They wrote that. I love it, man. And they call themselves blurred, so back then you could have a nerd out moment with them.
It depends on which side of the blurred tree they
I thought all
fall.
blurs just relate to each other. What about every blurred activity?
Nah, man, nah, they got levels to this blur because they got some blurs that's just in the anime. They got some blurs that's in the wrestling, some in the comic books. You feel me? They got levels to this blur stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know what kind of blurs you is.
Why can't all the blurs come together, man?
I mean, that's what we wonder about everything in life.
Alright.
Why can't we all just come together? And the thing is, a lot of some love them all. I'm just saying, because I'm the type of person I love everything I name. So I'm a
You all around
I
blurred.
swing
You're
on both sides. I'm omni blurred.
It's a polyblurred.
Would you
Poly
consider
blurred.
yourself a
Poly blurred.
black man? Would you consider yourself a blurred that's black nerd? You could be a blurred for comic books, for wrestling, for video games, for trivia. You can blurred for anything, for music. What do you nerd out behind? Sure. Can you say it on the air? I don't think that's considered a nerd if you're in a football.
No.
That's not.
No.
And that's the thing I want to bring to attention. Like, that wouldn't be considered like stereotypical nerd blur stuff, but I always say everybody's a nerd to something.
That's the truth.
You know what I mean? When people are like, well, you're a nerd. Well, son, if you know every freaking stat of football and you know everything that this dude been doing since he was 9 years old, well, you're a nerd for that, bro, because I don't.
Yeah.
So it's a funny thing. So yeah, my dog, back up. Back up, BG.
Brother Becker, do you have a song queued up for us? What you got? Okay. You have that right. You got that right. If you sit in that chair, unless the people call them and request something, you got that, you guys. You can call us at 504-260-9265 and request music by your favorite local artist. In the meantime, this is Hayes B. Y'all stay tuned to the MisBelief Radio Show. Don't get nothing on ya.
Okay, so do we need to switch this one out, Oshun? Do we have another,
That's fine. I don't need none.
Yeah, take it easy. All right, how y'all doing? Good. All right, so we have Mr. Eric and Terry. Go ahead, introduce yourselves.
I'm
The Facebook
Terry,
Live.
and they didn't tell me that this was a visual thing. So had I known, I would look better.
You look great.
I'm Eric. I'm probably too tall for your vision right now. So you might scoot down a little bit.
They're saying it gets better?
It gets much better.
It gets better.
It gets much better.
That's all you
All
get.
right.
A sweater. So,
You can't tell from at home, but he smells. It's kind of our dynamic.
How long have you guys been doing the two Trill trivia?
2 years now. Yeah.
2
So
years?
we've been doing it about 2 years.
Did it always start at the? It's at the Ace
At the
Hotel.
Ace.
Was it always there?
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. And what was the inspiration for it?
We just kind of wanted a more inclusive trivia night. I had hosted trivia before, Terry writes trivia questions, so we just kind of talked about it and pitched the Ace, and they agreed.
Awesome. Awesome. And what's a type of question we might get at the trivia?
So our tagline is you'll get more living singles than Seinfeld.
Oh.
So, you know, it runs from like historical to pop culture. We always have a music round and a picture round. So you kind of get a little bit of everything with a little black culture spin on top of it.
So we've had like music rounds that are 8-bit.
8-bit covers.
Covers of things.
Yeah, so
We've
like a
had,
Nintendo cover of a popular song.
We've had a music round that's jazz covers of trap songs.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Actually, they're amazing. They're kind of better than
They're,
trap songs.
some of them are
Some
better
of
than them, yeah.
Oh, I
So it kind of runs all over the place what you get from us. Really, we just want it to kind of be like fun, enjoyable, and you still get to answer questions. So hopefully you don't feel stupid when you go home.
Yeah. Awesome. And when is the next two Trill trivia night?
This one is this Monday.
This Monday.
This Monday.
7 o'clock, the 12th. 7 p.m. at the Ace. Doors open for 6. We'll be there. So come, hang out, grab some food, get some drinks, and then the game starts at 7.
Awesome. Thank y'all. And we'll learn more during the radio show. I want to give away all the tea. We got Xeno right here. Xeno Moonflower getting ready to go on. Xeno, this is your squad?
Yes, this we made in the building.
All right.
Chilling.
And we got a photographer.
Got the man playing with the lens, man. Crazy out.
Awesome. So, what's the support system that we got going on tonight?
I'm Major Mook, man, Xeno. Yeah, we just here pushing this new record we got, man, all night long.
That's what's up. It's coming out soon, right?
Yeah. It'll be on streams like in a few weeks, hopefully. But right now, it's just kind of pushing it out, getting awareness out.
So we were playing Hell of a Woman, and we got a new song.
Yeah. You got a new. What? You got another song?
I don't know, but it wasn't singing.
Oh yeah. That's an old jam of mine. It was like I found that back in mine. It was like I was working on a mixtape back in Baltimore before I left. It's called Groovy Shit, and that was one of the tracks that was on it. I was kind of mixing me singing and rapping on there. I like to rap, but I don't ask you to freestyle though.
Okay, I won't, man. I won't. I can't do it either.
Yeah, I'm good with the pit though. You know, give me a pad of pepper. I give you some bars for real.
So what's the sound that can we expect from you coming out for the next project?
For this next project, oh man, the sound, I feel like I found my sound for sure. Like, I'm in a good place, a good energy right now. So this sound is like really just more feel and vibes, man. It's a vibe. This whole shit.
All right, my man. Sorry. We're not ready? But no, we're not. Keep going.
Yeah, man. So you're gonna hear some feeling. You're gonna hear some realness. You're gonna get chills, man. I get chills listening to it. You know, it's been a while since because I'm real critical of my stuff. I have a whole bunch of writings that I just hate.
What's been inspiring you?
Man, just life, man. Life. Like, I'm a big believer in try to live your best life the best way you can, regardless of the L's you get, man. 2 L's make a W. You hear me?
That's what's up, man.
I just feel like life, man. People, interaction. I'm a big observer. I like to watch. I like when people watch. I'm a creeper, low key.
That's what's up.
Just watching people. But what I watch for is just body language, what they, the interaction with their significant other, with their moms, I take those and put it back in my music, those feelings. Boom.
Do you remember the first song you ever wrote?
My first song I ever wrote is called Be My Queen.
Be My Queen?
Yeah.
Who was that about?
I don't even know. That was like that was back in like I was like in middle school. You know, you got some of your little puppy love crushes back then. You know, I don't even know who that was about. But yeah, that was like my first record I wrote and recorded.
That was what, high school?
No, that was like middle school.
Middle school, and you recorded it too.
Yeah, I recorded it too.
Dang.
Yeah, so that was when I was testing the waters. You know, don't worry about that. Just forget that.
Well, did the song work? Did you get the girl?
No, I ain't get the girl. That song was whack, man.
Oh.
But yeah, that was it though.
That was then. I feel you, man. I feel you, man. I'll take you out the house seat. So I appreciate you.
Oh, love, bro.
Appreciate you. Got the whole squad here. Awesome. Let's go see what's going on up in here. Got Malik and No Latours.
What's up, B? What's going on?
We jamming, huh?
Yeah, I'm about to go through board training. I'm going to be training how to learn and work the board.
Okay.
Things like that.
There we go.
Right there.
I'm coming in.
You could think we didn't turn that girl.
Y'all need me on the board?
Whose MacBook is this over in the corner?
Malik's.
Y'all need me on the board?
Who?
I thought Malik was going to the board.
He's learning the board, but no, Aaron but he's gonna learn. It's simple. We all learn.
Yeah.
That's why I was telling Malik. I said we all should learn that thing, honestly.
Oh, you guys know what the misbelief is?
It's a little fruit. I didn't know what the actual name of it was. I think I've been mispronouncing it my whole life. It was like some misbelief, like
Say that.
yeah.
That's not the real name.
Well,
We had
I know, but I'm saying like it was always just said incorrectly,
Misbelief, whatever.
like hey, there's a misbelief. So like, what is a misbelief?
Misbelief. Actually, you see, they're coming in. It's a springtime fruit, so like I've seen some of the trees have just a little green.
I wonder if mine is. Did you check the backyard?
Well, it ain't that far long. Man, when we first started the misbelief back in 2015, I want to say, when India started it.
It's been a long road.
Yeah, it's a long road. Wait, 2016.
We talking about the
What
brand.
the song play? The brand. No, what's the song playing? So when I started, we had ordered some, yes. We had ordered some seedlings off the internet, me and India. And I gave 2 of them to Oshun grow on. And they were like this big, and now they're like this big, with a bunch of leaves on it. They ain't started flowering.
They survived the freeze, too.
They were one of the few of her trees that survived the freeze. It's an omen.
We survived the freeze.
I don't know. Okay. I was trying to be deep.
We survived the freeze.
I'm ready when you're ready. Oh, am I on? And we're back. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the MisBelief Radio Show live on WBOK.
Or
you're listening on WBOK1230am.com.
Or
you're listening on the WBOK app.
Or
you're watching us on my Facebook Live or on the MisBelief Facebook Live. Check us out, The MisBelief, one word on Facebook. We're going live and sharing it from all of our pages. I'm DC Paul, the Millennial Arsenio. Who's this to my right side?
It's the Millennial Wesley Snipes. If you can show me look this nice. You heard me? This that actor guy, Martin Bass Bradford.
And who's that to his left side?
You millennial what?
Somebody now. Garcelle Beauvais. You know fancy from?
That's Maya.
Yes.
I was about to say the Millennial Maya.
The Millennial Maya.
A little bit of neon.
Okay, all right. I'll give you that. You got that. And who's that to your left, Jay Steele?
It's the Millennial Malik. I mean,
That's how you feel.
No, I'm joking, y'all. It's the Millennial Monique, though, for real.
Oh my
That's
God,
my love.
the Millennial Monique.
Okay.
She loves us for
My
real.
love.
Who's that in the
She loves us for
booth
real.
behind the backup man, real quick? Malik the Freak, the Millennial Geek. We'll give you that one. And then who's the backup man sitting in the booth? That's you, backup man. Oh, it's backup man in the booth. What's up? What's that last song you just played? No Whining. That was by Ryan Dents. Shout out to Ryan Dents. Yeah, we know him and his brother.
And his mama.
And his mama, right? That's Mrs.
Rhonda.
Shout out to Ronnie. He danced with Big Frida. Ryan make music, and their mama is a well-known actress in the city. So we play music about local people. And then the drummer from one of my favorite bands, my top 2 bands here in New Orleans, just walked up in here. Do you have the claps ready? Did we find the sound effects?
Hey, S2Ep3.
Hey, cousin.
Cousin.
That's up.
That's the homie Wayne Doc Matthews from Cool Nasty. I'm gonna holler at him a little bit later on too when we talk music. You heard me? We played like 2 Cool Nasty songs here on this show because we play music by our favorite local artists. And I'm just trying to stall so the backup man can get the claps together because I don't like to introduce our guests without the fake claps. Y'all gotta put the headphones on so you can hear the claps because it's going to feel special. As soon as these claps is ready, you gonna give me some kind of signal and I'm gonna say your name. You gonna have these claps.
Because we are the best damn talk radio show in New Orleans.
Yep, so all of our millions and millions of listeners out there, make some noise from two Trill Trivia, Terry and Eric. Oh, man. Okay, all right. We did it ourselves.
We tried.
We did it ourselves. That's fine. We're enough. I felt like a... There it is.
Yeah!
If you can't tell, we work at a black radio station where everything is late. Food and a canned applause. How you doing, Terry and Eric?
We're good.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Glad to have y'all here. Welcome to the MisBelief Radio Show. We always ask our guests this first question. Do you know what a misbelief is?
Yes.
What did you grow up calling it? Because everybody kind of calls it something.
Obviously, we were pronouncing it all the wrong way. They said misbelieves. So I don't know what that was, but we would just steal them off somebody else's tree. So
You get it with them plowrines.
yeah, right next to them.
What you call it is as wrong as what we call it. Because that's as made up as everything else, man. So what neighborhood did you grow up in?
I grew up in Gentilly.
And you would see them in Gentilly?
Yeah, they had some trees in the neighborhood, so we would just kind of go pluck them off once they came.
Somebody else's tree?
Yeah, somebody else's tree. Because if it was your own tree, somebody was going to steal yours.
It's the Gentilly way. It's the Gentilly way.
My great
Yes.
aunt Margie had a tree, but she wouldn't let us go by it.
Privilege.
And she was like that.
We call it privilege.
We call it
If
privilege.
you grew up with a tree either in your own yard or in your grandmama's yard, like that's privilege.
But all the kids from the houses too, like behind her house,
They
like
would
on
jump
Paul
the
or by Dillard, and they would come get them all. And I felt some kind of way because like I felt like that was ours.
Yeah. And you actually had a right to that.
Like it wasn't that I didn't think they should have it, but I felt some kind of way because I couldn't.
Right.
It's almost like your house is built on top of oil well. And you was like, this is
Basically.
This is my Earl.
That's
You know.
perfect.
Okay. So you guys are the creators of 2 Trills. I'm trying to relate to people.
Oh, well. We just all go off.
1930s.
You guys are the creator of 2 Trill Trivia, right?
Yes.
How long y'all been doing that?
Going on 2 years.
Nice. And now I don't see it every month. Is it quarterly or?
We're every month except for last month because it was London Girl.
Okay, true that.
Yeah.
Like, what date does it fall on every month?
The second Monday.
Second Monday every month at the 3 Keys and the
At
Ace
3 Keys
Hotel.
and Ace.
Tell us how you came up with this idea.
So I'll go ahead.
Say what?
Let's go ahead. So like we were kind of really into trivia before. I hosted trivia. Terry writes trivia questions, and like we realized there was kind of a gap in certain trivia nights. There wasn't something that kind of like resonated with us. Like they were kind of same type of questions, a little dry. So we were like, well, we should do something a little different that was a bit more culturally specific.
Shots fired to you other trivia nights out there.
All you trivia nights that are listening right now, got you.
I just feel like it's after 1994 we don't need questions about Journey anymore.
Yeah.
We didn't need them whenever Journey
Ooh.
was around.
I'll tell you this.
Exactly.
I'll tell you this. I went to a trivia night one time at what's the place on the river bend?
Pocahontas music.
On Charles on the River. I usually know that name right off the bat because I like them. Anyway, but like I know stuff, and I went into this thing thinking I'm gonna win this trivia, but all this stuff it was like, wait, this not. I know stuff, but not This stuff
That's
so stupid.
Yeah, so that was kind of the point, right? That we wanted to make it a little bit more inclusive for the people that we knew and like who were into kind of nerdy stuff, but still felt like there weren't questions that were like really resonating with them. Okay. So we do something, you know, a little bit specific to our audience. We say we're more living single than Seinfeld.
Living single over here. Keep the bell closed because I feel like we're gonna have a.
Yeah. So I mean, that's you come to us, you'll get a trap music round, right? So we just kind of sprinkle it in. We don't want you to feel like stupid when you go home, but we definitely want you to have fun.
And y'all get great reception, great response from people, right?
Which is like we really appreciate it because after going to like a whole bunch of other trivia nights, it doesn't really feel the same way, right? Like it's kind of.
And I like trivia nights. Like I'll go to other ones too, but I've never gone to another one in the city where the music round turns into a sing-along.
Yeah,
nice. And Terry, you write the questions, right?
Well, we both write them together.
Okay.
But my actual salaried gig is I write trivia questions. We're not supposed to call it trivia. It's knowledge. It's knowledge competition. Trivia makes it sound trivial.
You do that as a professional gig?
Yeah. So I write questions for College Bowl Company. We have a program, the Honda Campus All-Star Challenge, which is the national HBCU like academic knowledge quiz.
Trying not to say trivia.
Random.
Right. How'd you get into that?
Well, when I went to Xeno, I played on the team because I'm always a nerd. And I think, Oshun, you played for them too, huh?
No, I'm just always at sister page.
Maybe your sister did.
I'm not my sister. You ain't never met them girls.
No, but speaking of Oshun, you're the one that introduced us to Trill Trivia. I had first heard it from you.
Yes, because one night, me and Jolene, that's my friend, hey girl, hey, we ended up going to the trivia night, and we were like, okay, that's what we met Tunde, so we'll talk about him next week. So that's when we came along, and we were like, okay, this is everything. This is greatness. And we ended up, they have the first competition you do when you go to trivia night with them, to Trill. You have to come up with a name. Like if your name is Whack, they taking points away. Like you can. Right.
Well, we come on time, pretty close to. We put questions together. We make PowerPoint slides. Like you could try a little too.
Real.
Like and I'm not talking about you can't use the same name every month because they're gonna be like, oh, that's Oshun and them we sit in the same seats every time we go. By the way, that's Oshun and them who sit in the corner. No, you have to every month. It's like we've done everything. For colored girls when trivia wasn't enough. We've done We Got Y'all. We've done that. We've done
how big can the teams be?
5 people.
Okay.
It can only be 5 people, but the tables are long. So if you have 5 group here and then a 5 group here, everyone can fit together.
Okay. Good.
So they try to make sure everyone is included. And, like they said, the music round is everything, because, that's my category, so I'll be ready. And so they throw things like, who's this young rapper? And I'm like, who is this mumble rap?
So I feel like I need to address that.
Because it's him.
That's directly at me. Because we got called out, like some, our age range, like it ranges, right? Some from like mid-20s to like, mid-30s, early 40s. And so I'm old, so I was skewing older music. Yeah, like I was skewing for pop music, and the kids were like, hey, we don't know this. And I was like, all right, I need something for the kids. And
see,
so,
you got old when you refer to 20-year-olds as the kids. And I thought that happened to me too. I mean, like, those college kids. I was like, oh, God.
But they love it.
Because I'm a bit of a pawpaw sometimes, too. I feel like I would love, like, your original format. Because I don't know these new stuff either.
I mean, but also just in like the spirit of the game, you kind of have to switch things up,
sure,
right? Like I can't give you everything in your wheelhouse, so I got to make sure that if I know it, I feel like you should hit it something as well. And I'm not going to pick something that hasn't been heard before.
And every month it's not the same games. They always have a music round, but it's a different kind of music round.
Okay, I was about to ask that. Like, do y'all have different themes every month, or how do y'all decide?
So we usually have like a general theme. Like this month's comes up on a Monday, and it's Let's Catch Up because we weren't around for last month. So sometimes the rounds will like align with the theme, but we'll have usually the first round is a picture round, or sometimes a crossword.
Yeah.
Or other like visual thingy.
Some visual round, like to kind of get you warmed up. Like we want you to come out, eat. There's food at the Three Keys.
There's food.
Oh my god.
But you gotta pay. Don't go there thinking it's free.
Yeah, it's not. But also,
Sometimes you win food though.
Yes, because I won, and I still have it with me because I haven't used it.
With the food?
I won a bar tab for the hotel.
Okay,
Like
cool.
we always come in top 5 because you know we good like that.
Really?
Yeah. I thought you about to bring us some 3-month-old chicken or
Oh
something.
no,
like,
no! They gave away Brother's Chicken one time and I was mad I didn't win.
Oh wow! I want you to have a blurred out moment with one of our resident blurs, Mr. Bats, that actor guy, fancies himself a blurred.
You just threw me on spot.
Because I thought that blurs speak the same language and y'all all know all the same stuff.
See, look how you just gonna just put us all in boxes.
It's a diverse community.
I
not a lot of it. And blurred culture.
See, I just told them they got the anime blurs, they got the comic book blurs, they got the movie blurs.
There are sports blurs apparently.
And I always say, if you're a nerd for anything, you know what I mean? I mean, if you know a bunch of information about anything, I'm gonna say you're a nerd to that. I don't care
What kind of nerd are you?
I love comics, movies, wrestling, superhero things.
Okay.
All things superhero.
Do you blurs relate to any of that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of into everything. I feel like you need to be able to talk to everybody.
I'm
so.
blurs.
He's a poly blur too.
Yeah.
Blur.
Yeah.
And you as well?
I'm a little bit more of a traditional nerd blurred. I play Scrabble.
Okay. I see, but I'm a grammar blur. I can't lie to you. I hate Facebook. I love Facebook, but I hate that my OCD is like I want to correct everybody.
No, I get like viscerally angry. I feel personally attacked. People fuck up apostrophes. Like apostrophes for plurals. There is no need for this. It is rude. It is disrespectful. It's just not a thing. Why do we do these things?
Yeah.
We can do better.
They don't know.
I'm
They don't know 2 and 2. They don't know.
Oh man.
Like I teach.
There.
Sometimes I teach freshman English at Dillard too, and so like I.
You just
You don't
I
have
have
wait.
fantastic experiences. My students are like really smart and they have great things to say.
But
the things they do sometimes to commas and spelling.
Because they're freshmen. We're talking about freshmen are just learning.
I ain't like to. I know.
If you are 18 or 19, you are not just learning how to spell.
You're just learning the apostrophes if you're not from
My son
here.
is 4 and he can spell Constantinople.
Your son from where? Where your son from? Where your son from? From New Orleans, right? You're talking about those Dillard students that come from afar that need to be rectified and learn some stuff. These are the freshmen, ain't that right, Malik? So,
But I thought charter schools were the solution.
man, look.
I know if you Dillard,
nobody really believes that.
If you Dillard graduates on my Facebook, I'd be like, where did you go to school at? I ain't gonna drop nobody's name. I'd be like, man. But it's a liberal arts school, and
It's not even liberal arts anymore. That's just crazy. They switched up the whole market, and Dillard is something. Things professional, something. Anyway, we on y'all.
I shut up because sometimes I like paychecks. So
Real.
Okay.
What are some of the rounds? Like, because I've never been to trivia night before. Y'all got me excited and interested.
Y'all trivia night. I really want to now.
What are some of the rounds we have?
shit, we should have been prepared. This is so.
You say we should.
Yeah. I know. We have them like on us. It'll just take a minute.
I think Malik has a question. What you got, Malik? Oh, that's.
I feel like they've been
So
answering.
we've never done like a whole night for one theme,
No.
but I don't know if Eric will let us do it. I think it'd be fun. Maybe. He
We have to
doesn't
work
seem
it out.
enthusiastic.
Yeah.
We might have to fight about it.
There'll be some Wakanda stuff popping off, like a Wakanda question.
Probably for the rest of y'all existence, there will be Wakanda stuff.
But we had a Black Panther.
We had a Black Comics
Black
round,
Comics too.
and then everybody severely disappointed us.
Because Eric is like a legitimate comic nerd.
Word, what you reading?
I mean, it's all Japanese right now, but like it was a,
Wow.
I don't know about
that.
man.
Man.
I mean, but this was like all the like big Black superheroes, from like Icon to
A lot of people don't know Icon.
They don't know Icon, and so nobody got Icon.
Right.
It's like you're here, you want representation, we're giving it to you.
Well, that just proved a very important thing about when it comes to that. Because a lot of times when it comes to like black comic book characters, most people don't know them because they're not presented them at all. Because when you look at the media, you get kind of the same circle of things unless you're looking for it. So, you know what I mean? It's almost like you have to encourage black folk to look for these black characters, because without black folk supporting these black characters, they disappear, die off, get canceled. You feel me? So that brought up an interesting thing that nobody in the house knew nothing about black characters, but we just said what's up with Superman and Batman. Most likely, we had a whole bunch of ding, ding, ding. So, yeah, man.
Hey, well.
Support your own.
On that note, you got, when is the next Two Trill trivia? Let the people know.
It's this Monday at 7 o'clock at the Three Keys in the Ace Hotel.
I'm free. It's not free though, is it?
It is free. It is free to come play.
Okay.
I wouldn't go too. I ain't never done a trivia.
We probably have to be in two different, because you got your own team, huh?
That's okay. If this is a misbelief thing,
I think
let's go.
Look how fast she sold her team out.
This is more diverse than the team. I want to
Right, I'm pretty good. I know things. I feel like I'm going to be the king of this thing. All right. I like maybe he's heard that before. That's real. Next Monday at the Three Keys Ace Hotel, 7.
This Monday.
This Monday.
This Monday.
Day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
This Monday coming. At the Three Keys Ace Hotel, 7 p.m.
7 p.m. Doors open for 6.
We doing that this Monday.
All right.
Let's go. Come hang out. Come get some food, come get some drinks, and have fun.
We'll see y'all there. Tell the people where they can follow y'all on the social media.
We're on the Facebooks.
Yeah, you can follow us at Two Trill Trivia on Facebook,
okay.
and also Two Trill Trivia on Twitter.
You gonna update the Twitter?
Oh, shit! Oh my
Got to now. Hey, y'all, stick around. We're going to have a live performance from one of our favorites, Xeno Moonflower, in just a few minutes, y'all. But first, we're going to take a break. Hey, backup man, what you got queued up? Shot callers by who? By Doom. We like Doom, man. Shout out to Doom. Stay tuned to the MisBelief Radio Show, y'all. Don't get none on you.
Are we still rolling?
We're still rolling.
Because it went out on mine. Oh, no. Now, Tara, you done went up here and started cursing on the people's names.
Oh.
Did I yes!
You did. You did.
You did.
Fuck in the shit.
You did.
2 fucks to the shit.
Oh, yeah, right.
We just keep on moving. We don't bring any attention to it.
Y'all get fined?
We ain't gonna. I mean, we just gonna get a stern talking to. Us.
I'll buy your first round on Monday.
Thank you. We'll take it.
We'll take it. That's worth 2 fucks in the shit.
That's worth 2 fucks in the shit.
Is where you get all of your.
What's bad about it is like I have kids. And I couldn't stop cursing, so what we tell them is like there's no words, this is bad words, only inappropriate places. So they can say them. They can say any words they want in the bathroom.
Why don't we do that? Why don't the kids in your when they can say titty fuck pussy niggas and
I
shit
know I
like
do the
that.
same thing to my kids because they don't make no sense because you know they gonna say it anyway.
Right.
You know they gonna do it when they're not around. I do the same. Glad I need to put it as poetically as that. That's the way.
True.
I may have like 3 or 4 sentences that match up how
It's
epic that
about
was.
discourse communities. But we tell our kids like it's curse words and then stuff we just don't want to hear too. It's like my 4-year-old, he'll be like, he'll go in the bathroom like, testicle. But he knocked his teeth out of his head when he was 1, so he says testicle.
That's so cute. He said testicle.
That's cute. Yeah. Jay Steelson calls me butt oven, so that's cute.
What ugly?
Butt oven. He creates these insults.
Run up in the spotlight.
What up, Wayne? Man, look who it is. Wayne, look, wanna walk past the camera.
Oh, snap. What's up, what's up?
Represent Studio B shirt.
I told DC I was going to run up on it.
Eddie did.
Thank you guys for coming. I told you they would love it.
I won't go out. What's every Monday?
I was trying to go the last time they did it.
Two Trill got an Instagram page?
Two Trill needs an Instagram page, Terry.
Look,
We have so many jobs.
we old.
You're trying to pay bills.
Y'all need a young millennial
They hire
intern.
Social media is work.
Y'all gotta get one of those.
Tell me about it.
Those millennial interns who like to post all day.
How you doing, man? You need me to relieve you?
I'm good.
You good? All right, we appreciate you. Oh, yeah. Would you mind holding this one for a second? I can't write nothing. What the fuck?
All for the paper. All for the paper. They get it all handled in the boss man. All for the paper. All for the paper. All for the paper.
This shit broke. Oh, I was trying to write. I was trying to say, hey, but the fucking, this shit, you got shit popping all up. You must got a balance. Okay, yeah, I'll do it. What's up, all? Desire. I'm here. Good interview?
How's it going?
Pretty good. What up?
I might be at Wednesday at Jazz Muggy.
Okay.
What's up? How y'all doing?
Uh-huh.
It's been like weeks. You do?
What's happening, Real?
Thank you. What's up?
I heard your second song.
You did?
I asked for it. I asked for it.
Oh, good. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Nah, you good, son.
I was sharing with other people like this.
You good, son.
Make sure you don't come up just to speak on that.
Okay. Let's switch there.
We got some interesting ass people in this city, bro. Like for real. Why does it keep starting and stopping, man?
I don't know, but mine did the same thing.
Video?
Yeah, it's not playing all the way through like it normally does.
We should disconnect from the Wi-Fi on our phones.
It's a Saturday. It's an all-day event.
Yeah, I mean, we got
I'm not sure. Like,
good
we got a
music.
time
I
slot.
love that.
Good comedy.
We played it Friday when I was drunk.
Okay. That's what I'm saying.
Really? Oh, you was drunk here?
I'm not on no ass.
Oh, you got the I got the same right.
Nope, I wasn't drunk yet.
You drunk, Oshun?
Oh, I mean,
Oh, sure, I got my leg.
my bad.
I'm just still waiting on the address, the location, and the time. What the spot is.
Fine.
You can leave the chair because Malik gonna stay after the interview. He gonna come in after the interview. Oh, he can come in now. Because I can stay on this.
I suggest y'all share this video because when Xeno Moonflower performed live, you want...
Don't tell her.
No. Share because you want people to see, man, this dude is a beast. Live, too.
Ready?
Get ready. Get ready. It looked like the video ended.
They keep on like starting and stopping.
Okay, it's still going.
I'm assuming that it's recorded, for the download.
It's recording. It's stay live.
Just say live.
But it'll stop on you.
You want to shoot?
And you be like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Don't bump into my camera. Oh, you got a camera. Fancy. All right.
Radio.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the one that works.
I see.
Can you hear anything?
And we're back.
It's both of us? Just me.
Sir.
Why? Awful.
Welcome back, you guys. Welcome back to the MisBelief Radio Show live on WBOK. We'll be okay. I'm DC Paul, the Millennial Arsenio. That's my right side rooting for me.
Man, this is Malik, man, the historical geek. I got your facts. Do a tour with no little tours.
Got your back.
Yeah, man.
Who's this to my left side?
It's that actor guy, Mr. Bats. The millennial Wesley Snipes, if he could talk and look this nice.
Word up.
Like tax, no.
Oh, wow. Who's that to his? That was horrible. Who's that to his left side? You gotta pay your
What's up, y'all?
taxes.
It's Jay still keeping it real. How y'all doing?
Did you pay your taxes, Jay, still?
I do, and on time.
Okay, because the IRS is listening. Who's that to your left side?
I'm confused.
You shouldn't
I
be
don't
so
know.
confused.
I don't know what
Y'all know I do taxes for a living. I can't be associated with that. Hey, y'all, it's me, Oshun.
Hey, Oshun.
The straight age one.
Oh, yeah, she's pretty much
I'm the
that.
conservative. If this was the view, I would be the conservative one.
How does the ghetto Maya Angelou?
I know, right?
That's the one I like.
I know I'm
And backup man, how you feeling? You found a tagline for yourself there? You said it's going to be backup man? Yeah. Okay. What was that last song you played? That was I See You. Yeah, by Cool and Nasty. I love that band. Check us out every Wednesday at the Jazz Market on the corner of O.C. Haley and NLK for the jam. It is my favorite thing I do, and the best thing you could do for free on a Wednesday night in New Orleans. And check us out. Don't even take my word for it. You heard me? Get the applause ready, because we got our next interview guest up on this episode. Make some noise for one of our favorite artists here in the city of New Orleans, Mr. Xeno Moonflower. We're gonna see how long it takes. No, Xeno. No, we're gonna see how long it takes for the actual applause.
Yeah.
We keep the slow clap. Keep the slow clap going. At WBOK.
And like I said, we're the best talk. There we go. Yes.
That's how you be the best talk radio show in the world.
In New Orleans.
What up, Xeno, man?
What's up, man? How y'all doing?
How you doing, man? Welcome. We've been trying to get you here for too many weeks.
Yeah, man.
I don't like begging.
No, man.
I'm like, man, please come on my radio show, please.
You ain't
You love me so much.
do that.
Okay, before we go any further, do you know what a misbelief is? I know you're not from here.
It's like a fruit on the tree, man.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Where you from?
I'm from Baltimore.
You more New Orleans than some New Orleans people by knowing that.
I'll tell you the truth, man.
Right.
Born and raised here, they be like, that's when you're supposed to believe something that you don't really believe.
You don't believe.
But then you believe it anyway.
And you start believing.
Yeah. And you be like, no,
I'm from
we
Baltimore.
would name a show after that. We would name a show after pieces of fruit. What do you mean?
Yeah, we're sophisticated.
So welcome to the mango seed. To the misbelief. Xeno Moonflower, man. You are a singer, songwriter, guitar player. How long have you been doing that?
Seriously, since I was like 15.
Oh, wow.
I'm 29 this year.
Okay, nice. And how would you describe, well, if you haven't been listening to the misbelief radio show, we play your song, Hello Woman, all that.
Actually, I'll be at work. I can't really.
I'm talking to the listeners. I know you people, but we play some Hello Woman all the time. How would you describe your genre, your style, your approach?
I say my style, my approach is, I'm really all about the feel, all about the vibe.
True.
So I just like to really portray that and put that into my music and let it transcend onto you. I'm a huge believer in invoking emotion. So I like to use my music to do that. You know, so that's what art's supposed to really do for you, so evoke some type of emotion.
You start feeling like magic inside the studio.
But it's like, that's who he is. I love him so much.
Yeah, man. Xeno, man, you tear it down at the Jazz Market at Blaze and Worship. You a live show killer. When can we expect something like a recorded project from you?
Yeah, that's in the works, man.
Yeah.
Hopefully by the end of the summer. Here.
By the end of the summer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So by the end of the summer, it would have been out sooner. I had a previous project, but the guy I was working with kind of went ghost on me for about like 3 months, and he had all my material. So that project I just kind of trashed and I started over. So this next project, I'm really amped about.
Speaking of things that you thought might be for you, but you realized wasn't for you, go ahead and drop it. So you had got a golden ticket to go to Hollywood with American Idol, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you thought that was going to be the one, didn't you? Well, at least it was going to be a platform for you.
Yeah, it was going to be a platform.
And what happened?
Well, they called me like 4 days. I was at work. They called me like 4 days before I was supposed to, fly out there. And it was like, sorry to let you know, but we're going to have to drop you. I was like, all right. Why? It was like, well, there's a, what they say, there's a judgment in between apparently getting your golden ticket and getting to Hollywood. They didn't tell the contestants anything about that. I just think it's a bunch of BS. But yeah, that's what they told me. I was like, all right. That's kind of weird. She was like, yeah, I'm sorry that she was misinformed. I was like, I was never informed. But yeah, this is cool. She's like, well, if you have any issues or problems, go ahead and talk to our show therapist. I was like,
what?
I did, right? I was like, I doubt I'll do that, but thanks.
I mean, black mental health matters, but we don't need American Idol therapists. We'll find talk to the True Love Movement, actually.
So yeah, so it's like we hope you come back next year. I was like, I doubt it, but
yeah,
thanks.
no, man. I mean,
Right,
you know,
that's
if I may impart some of my advice, man, you don't need that.
Oh nah, man, I just did it because you know it's just like a platform.
Yeah.
I really didn't
But
want to
you-
win because majority of the time you don't really see that happen with an artist.
Mhm.
Probably just like one, and she kind of fell off.
Not the winners.
Yeah, but not the winners.
It's never the winners. It's usually the cats that made it, you know what I mean, the other rounds.
Fantasia did her thing, and then so did the country, the girl that the white girl that does the
You
country.
name it, 2 people. How many years has American Idol been happening?
And people still like Ruben Studdard.
They do?
Yes, we
No,
do.
they don't. Ruben Studdard?
Yes, I do. Kelly Clarkson. Okay,
That's the country person you're talking about. It's 2 people.
No, Kelly Clarkson, the first one. Then see, so we
Clarkson fell off.
Yeah.
You talking 2 people out of
Kelly
Clarkson
Clarkson,
5?
Ruben Studdard 3.5. Okay,
Carrie Underwood. I don't know what it's called. I forget what it's called.
Exactly.
The other day.
Because it's not popping.
I was like, who is this?
all right, fine. Okay, so see what you proved
That's
the
like
part.
5.
You proved the part. You can name
But they're not
5.
winners.
They're not winners.
Clay.
I heard the voice was a beast.
What happened to Clay?
He be doing cruises. That's what I heard.
Ain't he a judge?
Oh, something, man.
Adam Lambert. But he didn't win.
He did, exactly.
If you gotta Google it,
Who's on
that's
the radio
everything.
with hits?
Adam Lambert.
Fantasia the only one.
Okay, well, Xeno, man, you don't need back to you not needing that. See how they throw you off on a tangent?
It's
See how
like, really?
see how they get you? That's corporate America, man. They can't grab our attention with
It's all
their
program.
advertisements. So, when is your next live show here in New Orleans?
The next one will be on the 24th at the Madness Fest. I'm not too sure of the location yet, but please stay tuned.
That's an abstract no lead then, right?
I believe that is somebody else.
Is that
Not
a new
abstract.
thing?
No.
I'm sorry.
That's a new festival?
Yeah, they have it. This is like the second year or third
Oh,
year
okay.
doing it.
My dog said I just show up and play.
Yeah, that's really
You know,
Yeah,
so,
man, abstract no art madness party.
yeah, but that's on the 24th, and then I'll be out of town next week. I'll be back on at the Jazz Market on the 28th, and then the Renaissance Hotel at the 30th.
You be doing your thing, man. Yeah, man. So listen, you're gonna perform something for my Facebook Live viewers, right?
Yeah.
And then we have your song about to play on the radio. You have his song queued up.
Oh yeah, that's a new jam.
Tell us about the new jam.
Yeah, so that's the new jam we got going on. It's called All Night Long. It's really one of those pick me up, feel good jams. That you just want to dance to, just want to groove to, just want to move to. It's kind of like that old, like that old like feel to take you back a little
Damn it,
bit.
I ain't gonna be able to listen to that and the performance. I'm gonna go back and listen to it.
The title was a little just like all night long. We thought you thought he was gonna go do a pruning side. Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be something sexual.
And then just got to throw a little plug out. My man Raj Move, DJ Raj Move.
Yes. Do you allow?
Yeah.
Do you allow?
It's dope, man. You
Shout out
got
to Raj
Raj
Move. Yeah.
Dope, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, so listen, if you guys are listening on the radio, on the app, on the website, you're about to hear All Night Long by Xeno Moonflower. If you're watching me on the Facebook Live, do share this video because Xeno Moonflower is going to give us a live exclusive performance in studio at 12:30. You guys stay tuned to the MisBelief Radio Show and don't get nothing on you.
Yeah. Can you plug your site? Like, what it gonna find you?
Oh, shit. You going to do it on this? Yeah, I'm going to make sure I do it.
So excited.
What you gonna do?
What are you going to do? It's a mine. You run.
That's the most chef you ever had.
I know, like.
Stacking up.
We get famous. It's famous.
Now, hold on, is that the famous? No, that's the same. That girl, no.
No, fine. This building's built for its house.
Blowing me up, Lord. Ain't nothing good.
Yo, make sure you share this video.
Girl, bet you.
Share this video. I don't know how many views we got now, but we'll have more later, I promise you. You can check us out at TheMisBelief.podbean.com. Follow The MisBelief on YouTube and put the video up when it's done. Moonflower, whenever he's ready.
And feel free to play whatever you want to.
Whatever you want to, man. It can be
uncensored. Play whatever you want.
Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. One time, studio 1230. Xeno Moonflower.
Yeah. Alright, what's good? My name is Xeno Moonflower. You can find me on all your social medias at Xeno Moonflower. Xeno Moonflower. Just exactly how it is. No caps, no nothing, all that good stuff. This joint's called Because You're the One. I hope you enjoy it. Boom.
Love you like no other, place the one above you. You're all I ever wanted, all my thoughts that consumed by you. Oh, yeah, she's so electric, got a body like the fashion. You're full of love and understanding, I know. I'll never find another June like you. And when it all comes crashing down, I'll take this out the road. And what I lost, I found. We complete the puzzle. Like never easy feelings, they'll never fade. My heart's imprinted within me. It's true, darling, know that I'll die loving you. Know that I'll die loving you. We gon' have some bad days, we gon' make mistakes, but hey babe, that's okay. Oh, we gon' be tested in all types of ways, baby, but that's okay. 'Cause I'd rather be dancing in the rain with you than here just standing below. Oh, darling, no, that with you I feel at home. Oh, when it all comes crashing down, I'll take this off the road. And what I lost, I found. We complete the puzzle. Like never easy feelings, they'll never fade. My heart's imprinted within me. Oh, it's true, darling, now that I'll die loving you. Know that I'll die loving you. Change without you. It ain't the same without you. Oh, this world would fade without you. No, this world couldn't be made without you. Keep me close, not at a distance. You're the center of my attention. I don't want us to go like boats and start drifting away. Baby, let's not go drifting away. Oh, drifting away. Oh, let's not go drifting away. Oh, and when it all comes crashing down, I'll take this out the world. And what I lost, I found. We complete the puzzle. Like never easy feelings, they'll never fade. My heart's imprinted with you.
Yeah, you can find me on all the social medias. Well, mostly just IG and Facebook. Xeno Moonflower, Xeno Moonflower. Much love.
I love it, man. Xeno Moonflower. Oh, thank you so much.
That boy good.
That was good shit.
Thank you.
I need some water.
I'm telling Susan needs a stock of water. Like
They got
Susan.
some in the 5 gallon. It's in here.
Okay, come on.
So come on.
Okay.
Okay, tell them you got the 5 gallon in there.
The water?
I mean,
We on the third song, yo.
Okay,
I know you're gonna call him.
Like, I'm not saying that's not a good idea.
We got one more coming.
Talk about what's going on. Whether that's events, that's talking points, that's news, shows, parties, Jack and Gummy Bears.
Woo. Working at a black radio station.
That boy took me out.
Water.
Ain't no Moonflower had a thing yet. What up?
Suzanne, this is tap water with no air conditioner on it. It ain't got no chill on it.
Said no air
How much more time left?
Conditioner on it.
How much more time left on the song? How much more time left on the song? Okay, I got time for this.
Oh, yeah, you need a picture. Yeah, because I just take a picture with Xeno.
That's all right. He's in the group right now. Let him get his group on. Oh, Xeno, took me out. I'm going to get the holler.
Okay, work time, y'all.
Work time, y'all.
Well, you know what we're supposed to be. What happened? No. Yeah, I missed Robert's at their grand opening on St. Claude today. Shit, I missed it.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, that's free sample.
it's only a lit right now.
Me too.
You like that? Her name is Kalena Celeste. We can hook you up with her if you want to do a jam session anytime.
Oh, I thought you were talking about something else. Anyway.
Anytime you want to jam with her, you can.
Yeah, send her to the jazz market.
She came to the jazz market with Kalena.
Yeah.
She said she didn't get good
She performed?
reception. She didn't.
What she look like?
I'll show you. She moved away now.
She in Houston.
She moved to Houston. When she came, she said she
She'll
didn't get good
be
reception.
back all the time though.
She didn't like the way she was treated. You know, everybody don't do the best at the job. Don't mean you ain't good. Just mean at the jazz market crowd, you do something different.
Yeah, I mean, crowds, I've seen in Atlanta, I've seen crowds like, okay, it's a tank. So it depends on the crowd.
They better. All right. Is it you or is it Trill? Everybody leave him. Is it true?
Yes.
Not true.
Ooh, yeah.
Is it you? Ooh. Is it true? Yep, it's me, you guys. Welcome back to the MisBelief Radio Show, live on WBOK. We'll be okay. I'm DC Paul, the Millennial Arsenio. Root. Who's this to my right side?
Yo, this is Malik, or No Tours. I'm his Eddie Murphy to DC Paul Arsenio. How bad?
Everybody say,
Who's this to my left side?
This is the Millennial Wesley Snipes. If he could sound and talk this nice, it's that actor guy, Mr. Bats.
Man, everybody got a
You hear me?
character.
Yeah, you started it,
I don't
bro.
know why I had to be. I picked Arsenio when I should have aimed higher. I should have aimed higher. Man.
I like the A$AP.
Who's that to your
Yeah.
I like the A$AP man.
Who's that to your left side?
It's Jay Steele, and I don't know who I am.
Who fool be fired?
No, like the millennial.
Mine?
I feel pressure.
She said, I want to subscribe to that one yet.
You could be the Millennial Grace Jones.
What?
No,
I take that in spirit. Accomplishments, yeah.
All right. Well, who's that to your
We'll
left
figure
side?
you out.
I am Oshun, And I am the millennial Oprah Winfrey
Oh my God.
because
Everybody
I am
just-
destined for
everybody just-
greatness.
You got a different one every time. You
She
got
ain't
a
got Oprah eyebrows though.
No, I don't. Not those. But I'm destined for greatness. I am also a wrinkle in time.
You are a wrinkle. That sounds like an insult.
Right.
I'm a wrinkle in time.
That's who that is. That's what she
Yeah, I'll figure that one out, y'all. I'm going to rethink that.
Who's that in the booth? Back up, man. Back up, man. What was those last two songs you just played? Mm-hmm. All night long. Mm-hmm. He's just gonna eat honey buns with the air, huh? Hi, Def. By Kalena Celeste. Okay. What was it? All right. Okay. Y'all, he don't want to be here the most out of everybody. And we got a special guest. First of all, I want to give a shout out to the millennial Robert Townsend, my homie River Smith, on the camera. You'll figure out why later on. And then to my right side, one of my favorite. You know what? I have an autographed broken drumstick by this gentleman. Yeah, so that means that he means something special to me. So get the fake applause ready for him right now. The percussionist from Cool Nasty the Band, Mr. Wayne, Doc, Matthew. There it is. There it is. What up, Wayne?
Man, so apparently everybody got a tag.
Yeah,
so
Yeah,
mine
for
is
sure.
Doc Drums finessing down your block. You hear me? So you know we out here.
I can pictures off the wall.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
I can pictures off the wall.
You know it.
Man, Wayne, Doc, Matthews, y'all. He gonna sit in with us for what's going on out here.
What's going on out here?
What's going on out here? Yeah, man. Let's get into the segment. And so we talk about local talking points, news, topics, events, places, people, things,
all that.
Whatever's going on. You know what? You know who's? I'm gonna give it to the most enthusiastic person in this segment. Martin Benz. What's going on out here, man? Let me know.
Man, they talking about a bill might be filed to have some legalized marijuana in the state. You heard me? What? You heard me? Baton Rouge Representative Edmund Jordan is seeking to introduce a bill that would legalize the recreational use of marijuana and set up a way to tax the sale of cannabis.
That would be awesome.
No, you say tax.
I mean, you got to tax to make it legal.
I ain't mad at that. You tax alcohol, you tax bottled water.
Yeah, everything has a tax.
And for whatever reason, on our black station, his internet is kind of rolling kind of slow, so my thing is frozen. But
we can't get nothing right.
Right, but that's the story. I wish I could get into the details as normal, but I think that's a very interesting.
We don't need no
thing.
more details.
You hear me? Straight up, because it's I mean, this, without jokes aside, it's trippy that it's taking this long for something like marijuana to even get approaching recreational in like certain states. Because we got liquor, we got freaking tobacco, we got prescription pills, we got all these things.
Is legal in Las Vegas.
Prostitution should be legal everywhere, but that's another conversation. But yeah, man. So
it's finesse season. Y'all better swing it.
All right.
What?
Okay.
All right.
All right.
That sounds dangerous.
Okay.
Okay, well, you're speaking of finesse season. Oshun, what's going on out here?
Oh, guess what, you guys?
What?
I'm super excited about this.
Okay.
Still Magnolias, you know the movie, right?
And
With
the play.
Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
The play is here.
Yeah.
They're having a play at the Rivertown Theaters for Performing Arts, which is in Kennebraw.
Oh, that is
And they have Still Magnolias for the whole month of March. I know it's on Saturday and Sunday, and I think it's on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
So, what is that even about?
What?
I haven't seen the movie or the play. I'm sorry. You know how I like
Okay.
not white.
First of all, it's a Louisiana rite of passage that you watch Still Magnolias because, well, I guess
Didn't they make a black
Louisiana
remake?
woman rite of passage.
So that's what it's about.
It's about women who are in Louisiana, and it's mainly about Shelby. She's the main character, and her mother and her mother's friends. And Shelby gets sick, and how it plays a part in the movie.
Sounds so interesting.
It is. It's a great movie.
It's like a movie.
Yeah, you didn't sell that well.
Shelby and she and her mom, and then they get sick. And
I don't like the name Shelby.
But didn't they did a black remake, huh?
Was
Yeah.
it?
With Queen
Oh, they
Latifah.
sure did have a black version.
I didn't watch that movie.
Okay, well, fine. So, Still Magnolias at Rivertown Theater.
A friend of mine was in there. So
And
shouts out.
it's so good. I want all of you to go see it, and you let me know how
You said
much you love.
Rivertown?
Yeah.
Rivertown
It's in
Kenner.
Kenner.
I don't go past Parish Line.
Well, speaking of theater happening in City Apple, what's going on out here? So the Wiz had opened yesterday night at Delgado. Tim Baker Theater.
Sim on Stage.
Tim Baker Theater by Sim on Stage Productions. Our homie Raheem Glaspie is playing the Wiz.
A great
Carrot Miles is playing Dorothy. I saw a couple clips, like video clips from last night. Looked like the people singing down. So I think we're going tomorrow. We're going to the matinee tomorrow, right?
Yeah, everyone's going?
Yeah. I'm in.
I'm in. You in?
You in the league?
They still can't make it.
You can't make it? Okay, well, most of us are going tomorrow. We're taking our kids.
Okay.
We're taking other people's kids, actually.
Yeah, just one kid.
Just one kid.
That's all we can handle.
But that's what we're doing tomorrow at 3 o'clock at the matinee of The Wiz at Tim Baker Theater at Delgado Community College. Malik, what's going on out here, man?
Well, as y'all may not know, I'm a reality TV show junkie, and there's going to be a reality TV show that's going to be launching about New Orleans.
Which one are you talking
on
about?
Bravo, Sudden Charge.
Okay, so can I drop this inside info?
Yeah.
You're in it?
No, but our arch nemesis, the evil Susan Henry, she said she's gonna be in 8 episodes of it. 8 episodes, yeah. So she's good friends with Tamika Lee, and even when
bougie cat,
right, and even when they came to the Tank and the Bangers backyard hangout when the MisBelief broadcast live from there, the Bravo cameras were there.
Oh,
filming
I
Southern
remember you
Charm.
telling me about that. That's what it was.
Yep. So because that was Susan Henry's birthday, so the evil Susan Henry, our arch nemesis, I want to go watch it to see her. I actually love her a lot.
But I have mixed feelings about
Why?
this.
What you got?
Because it is showing a different side of New Orleans. They seem like to be very well-to-do professionals. But at the same time, it seems like this is a draw to say people, New Orleans is on and popping for a certain demographic. So I think this is a gentrification tool.
What you mean?
I think so.
The majority of those characters are from New Orleans.
I know, but I think this is showing a light of New Orleans and say, hey, New Orleans is comfortable for you to other people in LA,
People
New York.
with money.
Exactly. Because they're showing a very upscale side of New Orleans. And I mean, some people I know John Moody, who's an artist. I know Justin. Justin is cool. But at the same time, I'm talking about to the outside public.
We can't show the hood forever.
I mean, we can't show the hood.
Right.
But,
I feel like, okay, go ahead.
More people, trust me, I know I give tours to these people every day, and people's like, oh my God, look at these little quaint homes. I'm going to just buy one. Like, that's the perception. Like, people, New Orleans is the place to be, and that pushes out people who lives here. So that's just the truth. That's why.
Wow, I feel like the city has been on a national scale in television and in movies and in documentaries and stuff since Katrina. We've been kind of launched out there, and you don't really get to see that side of New Orleans too much. It's always like the downtrodden, the crime. You get to see the jazz and the Mardi Gras and the Bourbon Street, but that is an actual narrative in the city. People who are socialites, who are well-to-do, who only hang with other light-skinned people. That exists. So I don't necessarily see it as. I mean, I see what you're saying. I can't lie. I see what you're saying.
But what you about to say?
I still get Katrina questions.
Yeah, I think we all do, but I was about to say, I kind of disagree because I feel like when I saw it, I was like, it's kind of refreshing to get
I see both.
People don't think folk in New Orleans are moving and shaking and
But
making
you know what?
money.
The crazy part about it is with Malik in this situation, that's the same way I told you about a certain organization in the Seven Wall.
And I see your point.
And you
now.
was like,
about,
you get it.
About getting tools of, and I'm saying we do have professionals, but it's different if the cameras were following you or Quest or people.
I want to show them too. But they got all those voices. We can't act like these people don't exist. You feel me? Because I don't want to be like, let's only show the bad parts of New Orleans so people don't want to come go here. Like,
but not just the bad parts. I'm just talking about the moving and checkers. And like you said, I know Justin. He's a really cool dude. John Moody is like a dope artist. But the truth of the matter is, I ain't seen John Moody doing nothing in the community. I ain't seen Brother John. And John is cool people.
But just because they're not doing nothing in the community, I mean, we can't show their life, the shine on their life, because that's actual other people in New Orleans. I mean, we can at least show it.
We can show it, but we have to be mindful that right now is a big push to push people outside of the community and bring people in. So I'm not going to be pushing anything that push local New Orleans talent or community people.
But that's local New Orleans people they featuring.
I feel like they're also different, and especially with John in particular, like he hustled his.
No, John has hustled his way up. But be mindful that because as you see, I study history. Be mindful of how they use certain black people in certain positions because they would use those black people to cause division among other people, especially under black people. And what I'm saying is, there's always been a well-to-do segment in this city, but that well-to-do segment of black people have not necessarily cared about other black people.
Wow, it's almost like you don't want the city to look too attractive on a national
No,
scale.
the city can look attractive, but what I'm saying is the city has to look equitable. And what I'm saying, so that's all I'm saying.
Come on with
Yeah,
it.
and what I'm saying is it can look equitable even if you're showing, even if it's people that you don't think should get the shine. It's still the first time that we can really say that, oh, y'all not just looking at the hood. We not just, we just came out, Louisiana, one of the worst states to ever be in. We in New Orleans always, anytime we show New Orleans, either hood or Mardi Gras. Hood or Mardi Gras. People dying on Mardi Gras. So to see these movers and shakers in the city, and funny enough, I don't give a damn about the show. Like when I saw it, I was like, oh, no, a reality show, whoop-de-woo. But if But if I'm gonna look at it on the scale of, oh, okay, if Atlanta's a major player and they got Housewives of this, and New York is a major player and they got this, LA is a major, well, bring them to reality shows in New Orleans and show that we could be major players, and if y'all won't come here, we just gonna gank you.
So, man, Susan Henry, why don't you bring your girl on this TheMisBelief show so we can...
I'm working on it.
John Moody, Justin,
nobody works connections like I.
It's just a scary thing to be like, if we show the movers of New Orleans, then it's a gentrification tool because we scared because people don't come.
Just know the entire city of New Orleans, when we talk about the hood and stuff, the way it's going, there will be no hood and there will be no black people. So that's my concern.
Impossible.
And I'm going to, it is possible.
I wouldn't say, you said no black people.
I wouldn't say
that's
no
a
black
large
people.
thing to say.
But if you look at what's going on,
no middle class.
No middle class black people at all.
Yeah, I understand fighting certain levels of gentrification, but I'm saying we can't just be overly paranoid and just be thinking that anything that might show something might get the gentrifiers to come, and then we don't got nothing, because you still need the outside world to give a damn about supporting.
And here's something else, Malik. Even without the gentrifiers seeing that beautiful side of New Orleans, they've been moving here anyway. Even with them seeing the crime and the dirt and the part that they want to improve.
We want to help you guys.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't think, and I like that Bravo didn't frame this as like, these are community activists in the city. They socialize. They're beautiful people. They got money and they socialize.
Well, I don't know necessarily about socialites, but I guess they want in certain circles that they're important to.
We ain't got the
You just said you are a reality show fan. That's all that they show is socialites.
I mean, they're a last socialites, but I'm just saying, I don't know. Maybe socialites with the yellow skinned people. So
I got you. Okay, well, that's what's going on out here.
What kind of forever?
Let's move on. Jay Still, keep it real, Miss Fat Girl Nola. What's going on out there?
Hey y'all, what's up? So, they have a couple of festivals that are coming up that I don't know if y'all are familiar with. I wasn't familiar with them until recently.
What's happening?
The first one is Y.A.D.I.G Festival, and it's the Youth Empowerment Festival.
Yep.
We're completely left. Malik said it was at first.
These are white people.
Yep Fest.
It's the Yep Fest. It's happening tomorrow, March 11th. Hold on, I'm having technical difficulties.
What's going on with this internet?
It's happening tomorrow, March 11th. It's with the Youth Empowerment Project.
At 1600 Aretha Castle Boulevard, tomorrow from 11 to 4 p.m.
Great organization.
Tickets available on crowdwise.com. Tell us about Yep Nola. It's a great organization. What they do?
I mean, I know they have a charter school network. They fix my bike. Pretty much the Youth Empowerment. What they do? They have their own bike shop where they teach kids how to fix bikes. Yes, and they sell out and fix bikes, and it is the most reasonable bike shop in New Orleans. I get my bike fixed on the low.
Where is it?
They would do the whole thing. They would rebuild a bike. Oh, my bike is outside the studio.
Where is the shop?
Oh, on Aretha Castle. And they have a used. They have a beautiful used clothing store. But I go down the street to Charlie Barnola.
Yeah, and they have a nice little entertainment lineup for the festival starting tomorrow. They got Big Frida, Sweet Crude, Water Seed. They don't have Cool Nasty, but they got New Creations Brass Band, the Crew of LV, and the Hineville High School Marching Band. Also the Camel Toe Lady Steppers. That sounds like what the youth.
That's what the youth means.
Man, outside.
Lord, the Camel Toe Lady Steppers. All right, I want to move on.
I thought that was a DC joke. You're serious.
No, that's
real. Very real.
Whoa,
They live up to their names.
Side.
The Moose Knuckle Mothers.
The Moose Knuckle Mamas.
I want to move on after that because I don't want to get canceled. Who I didn't go to yet?
All of us.
I want everybody. Okay, back to
Yes.
Oshun. What you got going on out there? What's going on?
Well,
Coming evening.
you can't top the Moose Knuckle Mothers.
The Moose Knuckle
It's
Mamas.
a moose knuckle. It's a moose knuckle. You know what? All right. Please move on before I keep going.
You gonna talk about the bonus hole, boys? You better go.
Please, I need you.
Okay, so Mother's Wine Cellars is having. I hate y'all so much right now.
Please.
This I
We're
can't.
live on the
Okay.
air. Oh my God.
Okay, Cheese and Beer 101 at Mother's Wine Cellar.
Is it tea?
Cheese.
It's a class
Okay.
that helps you pair your cheeses and fine
Wait, there's a
artisan
class for
cheeses
this?
with beers. And it's at the Wine Cellar. And it's going to be Thursday, March 15th at 6:30 to 8 p.m. at the Mother's Wine Cellar right there on Barone Street, 3827 Barone. You come in, you sign up for the class, and enjoy a fine spread of delectables like they help you pair it for your perfect dinner party experience. Okay, first of all, you have to pair beer with Girl Scout cookies. I know how to do that. Do you know how to
Really
do that?
compare beer with Girl Scouts?
Yes.
I didn't know you could
What
pair
go
beer
with
with
the
anything.
Thin Mints?
Thin Mints, a good stout, a pale ale.
We're not weed Girl Scout cookies.
No, like regular.
What go with the lemon squares? What go with the lemon squares?
Lemon squares. You can do something like it's a German beer. Begins with an L. I can't remember the name of it.
Lion and Kegel.
They have it's called a Summer Sandy.
Yep.
That goes great with lemon squares. The lemon, the Savannah Smiles.
Okay.
So true.
I'm gonna take a word for it because I didn't think people paired beer with.
You can pair beer or wine. Alcoholic beverages can go with anything.
All right.
See, you gotta know when to host, baby. When they
what's
say pull
up.
it out, I pull it.
That's what's going on.
Cheese and Beer gonna be her album.
I want to.
I wish.
Cheese and Beer.
Listen.
I want to go to our special guest, Wayne Doc Matthews. What's going on?
Alright, so if you got a little that you're interested in working on,
Wow.
tonight at Ace Hotel, they've got this Cuban music and dancing event. I don't want to mispronounce none of this because I failed Spanish twice. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do, I'm gonna tell you exactly what they're doing. So from 9 to 10, you get free lessons on this particular dance. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Is it bachata?
So this particular
Buku Rueda, something like that. Rueda. I'm sorry to all the Latin listeners.
And I ain't even gonna.
So yeah, so it's from 9 to 10, the free lesson, and after that is just straight Latin music all night, Cuban music. I'm thinking about going. You know, I got joggers and a t-shirt. You know.
That's tonight at the Ace, huh?
Yeah, tonight at the Ace. You dig?
You dig? That's what's going on out here. What you got, Malik? What's going on out here?
So I don't know if y'all heard, but the Orange Parish School Board must pay $12 million to students who went to Robert Moulton School
Yeah, I
in
heard.
Desire.
I wish
So
I
if
would.
you got any family members, relatives, they got to pay $1,000 to each student for each year they went to Moulton.
Oh, my partner went to Moulton.
So I was calling my family members like, yo, did you go to Moulton?
Why? Why do they have to pay that?
Because it was built on a toxic hazardous waste.
Oh, that's what's in right now.
Right.
That's what they do.
I'm not going there. I'm not going there.
Can we go there briefly real quick? So we've been talking about this new energy plant that they're gonna build in New Orleans East. White people. And I have been don't say white people because it's
all the things that we gonna put in New Orleans East that we've been saying for all this whole year since we've been on the radio. New Orleans East needs some love. New Orleans East needs some love. We need some stuff in New Orleans East. They can put a power plant, dog. Like there's nothing else.
The power plant is gonna bring jobs. It won't be running 24/7.
It won't be.
It will not be running 24/7. It's gonna run in the summer months and peak hours. It will cost energy payers $5 and some change every month.
For 30 years.
Extra for the next.
So we're
30
paying
years.
for the power plant.
We're paying for the power plant, and we're also being charged by the power plant to use the power. So we're paying for it, and then we're paying
for the power.
For the power, yep.
We need power.
So I've been doing investigative journalism, and I ain't never used that phrase ever before in my life. Give me the fake claps. I'm doing investigative journalism, y'all. Thank you so much. I know y'all don't understand.
Come on, DC Smiley.
But I've been getting all of this conflicting information about it. I haven't been knowing what's fact, what's true. So I got one report that's 68 pages, one that's 44 pages, my brother Darren Harp was good enough to highlight some of the high points for me in one of his documents, but I finally have some information on both sides so I can properly inform and arm myself before I speak on it. But honestly, from what I've been seeing, as somebody who was born and raised in New Orleans East, currently a homeowner in New Orleans East, I ain't mad at it. Right now. I'm still doing more research. Our good friend Cindy Wynn, I'm gonna talk to her about it sometime tomorrow, but I feel like she's also not mad at it. Didn't we endorse her?
I just stand by. Dang, like, can we get like? That's the only announcement of something.
Well, okay, so wait. So two questions for you, Bats. Then, what would you have preferred to have gone in New Orleans East, and where would you have preferred this power plant to go? Just out of curiosity.
I don't have no specificities on where power plant should go, because honestly I don't know nothing about power plants. All I'm saying is, like, when we talk about how you say we need, I don't stay in the East, but you often talk about we need more stores in the East. Yeah. They need more stuff dealing with entertainment in the East. Yeah. All the things that's on Metairie make Metairie look so beautiful, Kenner look so good. They're like, those things were in the East at one point. Like all kind of stuff. And it made me go like, okay, it's cool that a power plant out here, but like there's a lot of other things that we can get popping in the East. So that's all I'm saying.
Something like that.
I'm glad the jobs. You're right. I'm glad about the jobs.
Jobs come to the East, more homes come to the East, more businesses come to the East, more people come to the East. So that's a start.
It's a start.
I'm not even pro plant all the way just yet. This is just me.
No, but it's the other side of it. No, I feel you. It's just one of those things where I don't get excited when I hear that compared to the many other things that we've spoken on this show. That's like, that'd be cool if we had this just to feel like a normal part of the city.
Right. And
you
also,
know what I'm saying?
That's Iowa like versus from looking at people who are pro or con for the energy plant. I really need an independent review board, which really what the city's supposed to be, but it seems like they've been paid off or something's going on. But I would like somebody with an independent, they don't have any, to really study this issue, because I don't trust a company to tell me anything bad about their company, and I don't trust somebody who's against this plant to give me the full story. So I really wish there was some type of independent commission to study this and come back and was like, this is what we see with this plant.
That's the thing. I'm not even fully against the plant. It's just
there's possibly something close to that. A group of lawyers has notified New Orleans City Council that they believe a committee's vote to approve that plant can be voided because the council violated public meetings law. That's Loyola University law professor Bill Quigley. We sent him some emails a couple of days ago to get his take on it. But he doesn't work for the city. He doesn't work for energy. He's an attorney who's interested in filing a claim against the city council.
Are there health concerns?
See,
that's the question.
I got a document just a little while ago from Happy Johnson. I was hoping he would call in and give us the facts on it, but I need to decipher this 68-page document to see what the health concerns are. Yeah. But the number I was previously saying on the radio, 1 million pounds of toxic waste, I haven't been able to verify that. I've said it on the radio a couple times, and then since then have tried to verify it. I haven't seen it yet. So I'm gonna stop speaking on things until I get. I ain't gonna stop speaking on it. I'm gonna go ahead and admit that I'm learning. I'm researching. I'm doing actual investigative journalism. And as it stands now, I'm on the side of the fence where I don't necessarily see.
So if somebody asks you for your receipts, you can be like, bam!
Oh, I got documents and documents.
And I can honestly say this: before we actually said that we were going to touch this situation, we all went to digging. And we all tried.
When I tell you investigative journalism, like we had my homie River emailing this guy, Bill Quigley, and also the current city councilman woman who voted against it. What was her name?
Susan Gidger.
Yeah, we emailed her office to try to get her to come on the show and talk about it, or at least record a phone call for us to talk about it. So we actually...
We tried.
We tried. This is the
because we're the best damn talk radio show in New Orleans, and that's what we do.
Give us some applause, man. We did investigative journalism, and I never thought we would ever be doing. I thought this was a joke show. Taking ourselves seriously, finally, man, and still having fun at the same damn time.
You did.
Tune into the Misbelief Weekday Lounge this upcoming week as I decipher through this information. I'm gonna tell you what I'm learning, how I'm feeling, and then I would like to hear from more millennials. Call me anytime during the week, 504-260-9265. 6 nights a week at 7 o'clock. You can call me, you can stop by. If you have an opinion, you got some information, I would love to hear it. And that's what's going on out there.
It's 5 nights a week.
5 nights a week, just me. And then one more night a week with with
the colorful
the cats. You can call. Honestly, you can call 6 nights a week at 7 o'clock.
I know, because we'll answer.
Yeah, 504-260-9265. Who else got some what's going on out here? Bats?
Boy, they fighting on the West Bank. They fighting on the West Bank.
Finally.
Get your churn. The churn fighting on the West
Let
Bank.
them fight.
High school fight that was caught on camera landed one student behind bars and left another student injured, and this video slick side went viral.
Wow.
Now the injured student and her lawyer are saying the school ignored calls for help prior to the attack. The fight happened Wednesday at Edna Car. The victim's lawyer said the school did not listen to her pleas for help. The video, which is making the rounds on social media, shows two 17-year-old car students fighting inside a classroom. Yeah, one, no, they're not fighting. One is getting the dog piss beat out of them. It's two girls, man, and this one girl. The victim, oh yeah, she needed a lawyer. You hear me? Like she got beat. She got beat, dog. A lawyer representing the victim, whose name is not being released, you shouldn't be, baby, says she suffered a possible concussion and other injuries. And this is a one-on-one fight, dog. Like, ain't nobody got jumped, but we got concussions and injuries. The lawyer said that his client was being bullied. He said school did not do an adequate enough job of protecting his client. You look at a case like this where you had concerned parents reaching out to the school district saying, I need help. They reached out, but no one heard their calls. And that's Kenya Rounds, the lawyer who represents that family. And they get into the whole discussion about bullying and such and fighting. And it made me think of the thing where Chris Rock on Tambourine was talking about how like we come in hard. Like it's an interesting topic when we talk bullies. Like on one end, of course, you don't want your kid going to school getting bullied. But on the other end, man, like the definition of what is bullying is getting so.
I don't even know no more.
Now, see that beat down? Now that kid shouldn't be getting beat down like that. So that was bullying straight up. You got your ass whooped. But like as far as because when I watched the video as well as read the story. No, not the fight video. The news video about it. And they showed the fight video in the news video. It was on WDSU.
You got that fight video for the low.
But like but the main talk that they was talking about was bullying needs to be stopped, and they kept on talking about bullying and bully this and bully that. But I'm like, man, like if they got something at school just ripping you, and then it leads to something, it make me wonder like what you doing. I don't know. I don't want to get to the topic because that get too crazy with bullying.
I don't know how to define bullying either.
But you know
and cyberbullying is a whole nother thing.
What?
I told him he was bullying me earlier today.
Oh God.
Like, that's teasing me, and I'm like, oh, ha, 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 it's funny. But when you don't stop, that's not teasing no more. You are a bully.
But to a degree, I want my kids to have some backbone. It seemed like in this...
I'm trying to help you grow some balls.
I'm 32 years old. If I ain't grown balls yet, they ain't coming.
Let them drive.
Oshun, you got some of the biggest balls I know, bro.
And it's so easy to bully you, Oshun.
That's because you mean.
See, that statement was bully talk.
Right.
It's so easy to bully you, Oshun. It came out so natural.
All that just be is like, hey, Oshun, make me something to eat. You know, and to me, that's just regular talk. But to you, it's like, oh, I'm being bullied and controlled. You're a man and you're
the difference between make something to eat and make something to me with your fat head ass and your goofy looking.
I don't know. I did make a joke because she was in a bad mood. I asked if it was her time of the day because she, you know, but
see, exactly. You asked for it. You brought that upon yourself.
Chill out.
That's bullying.
Chill. Well, I need to redefine bullying. I don't know what it means.
They had the nerve to ask me.
I don't know what it means.
So mix them some angel hair pasta and crab cakes after that.
Okay.
But yo, don't you think there's like two sides to the story?
Thank you.
Of course there
always is. Because like I can actively say on air like I'm the jokester in the crew. So like I'm always cracking jokes on somebody. And so now it's at a point to where it's like they know it's love. Like I feel like in order to joke with somebody, I mean, yeah, you can have a couple of jokes for like somebody new that you meet, but like if I know you, like you getting to work. Like
we don't know if it was cracking jokes.
Right.
As far as the kids go, we don't know if it was the kid was just cracking jokes with the other kid or you know it's just like nonstop.
And even if you do know them, like you know you just gotta know like who your people are. You gotta know where your limit is.
And kids are mean.
I was about to say that kids are really mean and disrespectful and evil.
Man, you know how
well, that beat down showed me they weren't friends.
I'll never let a kid
to
me, man. Kids, please, I show kids who boss. That's what I'm saying between me and you because you know I love you when I treat you a certain way.
Well, with situations...
That's not... Love shouldn't hurt. Love shouldn't hurt.
In situations that even...
make me some Andrew Hip-Hop.
So, there was some situation that arose this week in New Orleans.
What happened?
And it just made me reflect about our love language and how we communicate with each other and how we should communicate with someone the way you will want to be communicated to. So I think everyone should work on their love language and working with each other and communicating with each other. You know what I'm saying? Instead of bullying each other.
Wow. And I think on that note, can we take a break and play some songs?
Malik Van Zant.
We're gonna come back. When we come back, we're gonna what you got queued up? Back up, man. Huh?
He's
Oh, it's comes out of which one? Tripping? Without you. All right, y'all, stay tuned to the Misbelief Radio Show. Don't get nothing on ya.
None.
DC know that playlist. She's like, what song is this? Who it is?
Can you send me my issue?
Okay, so come.
So when we come back, we're doing that next.
No, bring your phone.
Bringing my phone. I'm bringing it.
Go to your Instagram.
Go to my gram.
Go to your gram. Look at that. First thing that comes up is Xeno.
Shut up.
You stalking Xeno.
I sure am. Is he from Baltimore?
Boy slipped in there. You heard me, smooth though. He said that. He said, you heard me. I was like, Baltimore, huh? You know about misbeliefs, and you say, I don't know.
But he said, you heard me. And I was like, hold up, where are you from again?
Exactly. And he knew about the misbelief. You heard me? I'm like, oh,
from New Orleans,
you
man.
slipping.
Man, you be coming to the jam session, bro.
Oh, boy.
I want a stuffed snowball from Stop Jocking. So
Jam session's where it's at.
Oh.
Facts.
I mean,
Facts all day.
I always tell people all the time, you have multiple reasons to go. You ain't got to go for the music. They got food. You ain't got to go for the food. They have a good environment. You ain't got to go for the good environment. It's got great scenery.
And then there's the comedy.
Oh, we don't know about that.
Did it get hotter? Yeah, my trip.
Did somebody turn the AC off?
No, I kept it on, but open the door, Malik. So
Oshun, you wasn't following no
DC and his
I
bell
wasn't?
part group.
No, you
Am
don't
I
let
now?
me. Yes, you are. I did
Okay.
it because you don't let me.
That's not true. I thought I was. I try to follow everyone's social media.
That's my business social media. You follow Street's story, but you know.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right, tomorrow we're going to see Raheem's playing. I'm so excited.
No, I'm not. I'm
And when I go home, I'm going to get a fish plate. So
I'm going to tell these people. They're going to tell you.
What up? You want to switch for a second? I gotta run to the bathroom.
So I think my grandmother, right? My grandma, and yeah, Papa, right? Okay, so my grandmother.
Why is it so difficult for you?
No, because like
normally girls are better than tracking family trees like that.
Yeah.
Because my sister could be like, that's our cousin, because that's this, that.
I just always see you at the reunion.
Exactly.
So, all right, so I got it. My grandma, Papa.
Your grandma.
They were. Yeah, my grandma were married. They were married.
Your grandma's was married?
No, Papa.
Who's this?
Papa Howard. Papa Howard was his name.
Okay, Papa Howard was
Yeah.
your
That's my
grandfather.
grandpa.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
it was
your
both our
mother's
grandfathers.
father.
Wait, what?
Yeah! Eggs over easy with cinnamon buns.
My dad's.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Okay, so Papa.
Eggs over easy.
Papa is your.
Was his grandpa also?
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all share the same Papa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
There we go.
We figured it out.
Cousin for real now.
Cause y'all, that shit was going.
Struggling.
I know my 6 cousins, and I can tell you.
But look, I've been going over to Uncle Warren's house.
They breaking down
young.
their family trees. This is what I gotta say. I can't wait till festival season because I'm rocking your Hermie. I'm rocking your Hermie t-shirt.
Who was your Hermie?
Who's your Hermie?
What is that?
You did.
Your Hermie.
Mastermind
The
You
website
did.
not up yet.
You dig?
You dig? I'm wearing your dig t-shirts at all the
My
festivals.
music shirt too, and I
What's
want
the
my
name?
name.
You dig?
That's currently my favorite shirt that I
Except for the
earned
East Beach one.
own.
You
Except for
need
the
a
East.
t-shirt from Malik Claps.
Except for the East Beach one.
Yeah.
That's what
Don't
I'm
worry,
doing.
when we become
Clap
famous,
like
we're gonna
Malik.
have all these memes.
What up, beautiful Brian?
It's gonna be something.
Give him one of the sexy faces.
So what you talking about, like this one?
Nah.
That's all I got today.
Not that
I
one.
don't know.
Sorry. Close to him.
Say,
So
what is-
there's
what's
a
better than
party at the Revolution with Madani Graves. It's
When tonight?
It's private, but he told me that we was on the list anyway. So anyway, yeah, if you don't have a VIP or RSVP, then don't go. But if you do, go.
Madonna throws some nice parties. His private events be
Facts.
nice and
Facts,
selective.
B.
It'd be private.
Nice and sexy. But they be privates.
It'd be private. At the private.
We playing Tank of the Bangers, Eggs Over Easy. My man River, how you feel? You know, there's a comedy night happening right across the street tonight.
Yeah, so that's what I was looking at.
Were you thinking about it?
I was thinking about going, yeah.
Okay.
As a spectator.
That's what I was thinking too. But I'd have to get somebody else dropped off. You all good? I had somebody riding with me. You want to take this? Are you back on it?
He took me there. He liked that. Let me tell you why he likes Elizabeth. Because in the country, like when we get rabbit and hog and shit, he liked that kind of shit.
Talking about me?
Yes.
We was talking about how toast is better than Elizabeth's, but she said you like Elizabeth's.
Because they got praline bacon.
I like
They do have praline bacon. It's delicious.
It's just dipped in.
It's not consistent, though. Sometimes it's better than others.
Bacon bad for your arteries.
It is bad.
You have to
I ain't trying to all that shit.
He want the bacon dipped in praline sauce.
Yeah, covered in high fructose corn syrup.
That shit.
So you want turkey bacon is got a lot of soda in it too.
Are y'all gonna do your segment from 2 different mics?
Yeah, we can do that. It's not rocket science.
Ding!
Where's hell?
I've been having this acid boss head certain time of the day.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not.
every Saturday when I come to her house
Yo,
at
FYI,
9 a.m. and she got
remind people that daylight saving time starts tomorrow.
What's the
Daylight saving, so we lose an hour.
But forward.
I'm boycotting.
But it's one less hour having Trump as our president.
But it's going to be sunlight until 8 o'clock. This is my favorite season.
Until 8 o'clock p.m.?
Yeah.
Yeah. To 8.
I don't know the clock is out. I have to Trump inside.
Tank, if you're listening, I heard you're in New Zealand. I love you. Bring me something from where they screen Xeno, the warrior princess. Yeah, go to the jungles of New Zealand and a branch.
For sure, Sam. For sure, dog.
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
For sure. Just pub for like a whatchamacallit.
I want something from the warrior princess home. Because that's where they used to shoot Xeno.
It's like 22 years ago they came.
Oh yeah, souvenir.
Yeah.
I'm bad at that. My sister always asks me, I go places to get a souvenir. I never get it.
This is when you listen to me Tank sound.
Welcome back, you guys. Welcome back to the MisBelief Radio Show live on WBOK. I'm DC Paul, the Millennial Arsenio. Who's that to my right side?
Yo, this is Malik. I give tours. I snap photos.
Who's that to my far left?
Hi, it's Oshun. I just be chilling.
And to my immediate left?
It's that actor guy, Mr. Bats.
And to his left?
This is confusing.
Her name is confusing.
It's Jay still. I be eating food and making movies.
And our special guests?
Wayne Doc Matthews, I play drums. Cool Nasty, House of Chords. What's it?
What's good? And then who that is in the booth?
Backup man for the 99 and the 2000.
Backup man ready to go home. What was that last song you played, Backup man? Tank and the mother effing bangers.
In New Zealand right now. And going to South Africa.
I have some inside info on them. So they recorded a new album.
Yes.
They got a tour manager.
Yes.
So that their actual manager could chill here in the States while somebody else does managerial duties while they go overseas. What was the third thing I had?
They have an album coming out on vinyl.
Oh, and they got a record deal with Verve.
Yes, they do have a record deal.
They signed with Verve. I forget what umbrella under Verve. Verve Records. Yep, so Tank of the Bangers is official.
Yeah.
So we closing it down here in the MisBelief Radio Show. I always like to end it with two nice, intense segments. So up first, my man Martin Bass Bradford, our resident rebel. I like to give him freedom and just go unbridled and slap somebody on the back of their neck unrestrictedly.
Good, man.
Bats.
Yeah.
Who getting that neck this week?
So, man, this is the master of economics in the building. This Bash Dig. And, this week I want to just look at the fact that there are 197 million white people in America right now.
Wow.
They are 69% of our current population. that's just something to take in. There are, and when it comes, yeah, man. And then I look at this study about these white terrorists, man. Apparently, of the 85 violent extremist incidents that resulted in death since September 12, 2001, far right-wing violent extremist groups were responsible for 73% of all violence, compared to the 23% of Islamic violence situations. They've had like 51 deaths since 9/11. It's like white extremists, white domestic men. These dudes is crazy. These dudes is nuts. And the craziest one of all is in our office right now is Donald Trump. You feel me? And I look at all of this. And then I look at the person that's getting the neck on the right hand side today. This guy who had David Swinyard, who had the nerve to tell a bunch of his students, while also saying the N-word in class, to not date African Americans because they are not worth it. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, wait, hold up, son. First and foremost, if anybody listens to this show, know I hate when you mess with the kids. Don't mess with the kids, you feel me? They got enough things when it's talking about the future. What we need for the future to be great. You need the kids to have their minds right. So we got these white teachers who we trust. We trust our kids with people like you. You going there, they coming to you and you telling them, not only you calling kids N-words, you telling all your students, it's 22.6% of African American students at this middle school. You telling these middle school students that they should not love their own, that they should not date their own, and that African Americans are dumb, stupid, and all this other stuff, and he's telling that to students. And when I go back to, there are 197 white people in this whole country, and when you look at violence, we look at domestic terrorism, we look at who voted for Trump, we look at all the issues that really go against what's really pissing us off in America, what's really screwing up America, and you telling the black people to stay away from the black people, and I look at y'all 190-something million. If this country's screwed up in any kind of way, and it's 70% of y'all, who's the F up? That's a question of mine, David Swinyard. And of course he in Florida, because we know Florida people, y'all know about Florida man. So he part of the Florida man situation. So before I get too pissed at the fact, because I said you messing with our black kids, bruh. And he been put on a 10-day suspension last time because he was making fun of, he said he went to a black church for the first time. Told the students he went to a black church for the first time, and he came back to the students making fun of how black preaching style is to our children. You feel me? So I'm like, all right, David Swinyard, not only should you get a neck, you should get your ass kicked. But then I look at my other side, on the black hand side. I just want to impart some information with y'all right quick about this woman I really have a lot of respect from, man. She was born in 1988. She grew up in Colton, California. Her stepfather, like her real dad left the family. Stepfather tampered with the brakes on her mom's car, leading to an incident where her mom suffered severe brain damage, and at one point this woman and all her siblings were sent to foster care. This woman also went on to basically be orphaned, have to hustle in her industry before she get respect, and she didn't really blow up until like her late 30s or whatnot. This woman is Tiffany Haddish, and the reason why I'm shouting out Tiffany Haddish is not to give her neck, but it's to give neck to all the uppity Negroes that's hating on her shine. If I was a foster care kid, one parent killed another parent, and all my kids everywhere, and I don't know where my family at, I don't know if I'm gonna make it the next day, I don't know what's gonna go down, and all I have is my art, because they said at 15, to keep her in school, somebody said you need to check out comedy, and that's what kept her focused, and as a person, only reason I graduated college because of acting. So when I see that, and I'm looking at y'all hating on this lady because she excited? Because she got to win? Nah, you heard me? That don't make no sense. Take all your think pieces, take all your articles, take all that stuff and stick it up your ass. Because when it comes down to a black person, black male, black woman, black anybody having fun, being free, I'm not going to hate on that and no whatsoever. And we got this crabs in the barrel situation. When we see her doing good, her having fun, her doing her thing, we like, oh, we got it. That nigga, screw all y'all with that nonsense. So all you uppity hating ass Negroes that feel like one got to represent the all when we fight for equality to just be us, and you, David Swinyard, who telling black kids not to like black kids, both of y'all get that neck to the side, y'all get that neck to the front, y'all get it in your ass everywhere that neck can freaking go, because I'm tired of this nonsense, and you should be too.
Alright, now you done had two in your asses in this next segment.
Because more people need it in their ass.
Alright.
More people.
Jeez Louise. I don't think more people need it.
And that's gonna be a T-shirt for somebody more.
Oh man,
they wouldn't be so stuck up. Their heads wouldn't be so far up their own asses if they had more people that was just draining that anal cavity from time to time with their bull crap. Let the bull crap out your ass, people, so we can have better children.
Is that a colonoscopy or that's like they give you that at the nail shop?
I mean in a metaphorical way, though. Too many people are full of ish, and I'm saying let that ish go, man.
Get it out your ass.
Bingo.
Get out your ass.
She didn't shout your ass. Lord have mercy. I sure hope I have a show on Monday morning.
I
don't know what's going on anymore. So that
but real talk, I don't mess with anybody that starts screwing with the heads of our children, dog. Right. All jokes aside, dog, that dude need to be fired, and people like him need to be fired. Straight up and down. Don't mess with our kids.
And the Missouris have done that. We have a record of
we
that.
We definitely have somebody fired. On this show, you heard me shout out to Madonna Graves. And all of our millennials out there that's just moving around the city and collecting information and bringing it back and sharing it with us. We do work here in the Misbelief. So that was that neck. You know, that segment always turns us up. And then our final segment, our Sankofa session, turns us down. That's when our two Sankofa birds, Malik and Oshun, make us look back at it. Look back at it. So, Malik, Oshun, look back at it.
Oh, thank you. Today we're going to be looking back at it. To Miss Dottie Smith Simmons.
So Miss Dottie was born in Benton, Mississippi on May 30th, 1943, and in 1945, her family moved to New Orleans and she attended New Orleans Public School. She then went on to graduate from Southern University at New Orleans.
Miss Dottie credits her sister Dorothy for her involvement in the civil rights in the late 1950s. Dorothy was a member of the NAACP Youth Council and was among students that desegregated LSUNO. LSUNO.
So Dottie, she joined her sister in the Youth Council in the 1960s. She became an active member in the New Orleans Congress on Racial Equality, formerly known as CORE. So CORE was like the real activist youth group, not only in New Orleans, but all throughout the South. So when you normally see sit-ins and boycotts, that was done by normally the CORE branches of the civil rights.
And during that time, during the Freedom Rides of 1961, she was a trainer of the Freedom Riders, leaving from Mississippi for Jackson, Mississippi. Leaving from New Orleans to Jackson, Mississippi.
So approximately 40% of the members of New Orleans CORE trained or either were active in the Freedom Rides. So the people in the National CORE leaders love New Orleans because they said when they would come down here and it was like, hey, we need some people to go on this ride and combat these white people. Everybody in New Orleans was like, we about that life. Yeah. So they were the first people to sign up for the Freedom Riders. So they really enjoyed or liked having people from New Orleans on the Freedom Ride.
Miss Dottie is one of those people she was one of the original founding members of New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival. She served as an office manager, associate producer, traditional jazz coordinator, and financial director. She was also the first employee of the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation, who owned the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival and WWOZ radio station.
So this weekend they just did an honoring to the 9 people who was murdered in Charleston here in New Orleans. An artist made different panels, and they also composed art or music in honor of them, and she was there. Also, the young lady, the only survivor of the Birmingham church bombing. We know about the 4 little girls, but there was really 5 girls. 1 girl survived, and her sister was murdered. She was blown up in there. She was here this weekend, too. And Miss Dottie was talking about how she was beaten in Mississippi. And I've heard her talk, but I never heard her go in depth how she was beaten in Mississippi when they beat them at that bus. And I was shocked at the violence. Like, she was like, I really don't know why I'm here.
So maybe we should tell kids to not date white folk, right?
Exactly. So we just walk around, and Baba Jerome Smith, who was with her, and of course, I don't know if anybody of y'all don't know Jerome Smith, he was with her, and he was beaten so bad that they fractured his skull. Like, there's a plate in his head to this day. He walking around New Orleans, he's talking to people. This brother has a plate in his head because he was beating with, like, they had brass knuckles and they fractured his skull. Jeez. So these are people who are in our midst who have given their lives and their bodies so we can be here right now doing what we do and criticizing or critiquing these people out here doing this whack stuff. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Miss Dottie.
Yeah, Miss Dottie, she now spends her time speaking, like Malik said. She's also still deeply involved in New Orleans civil rights and political scene in New Orleans. Miss Dottie is an influencer, and we should all look up to not only the things that she's done, but the path that she's leading for us. Because she's still out here getting it.
I was about to say, because you never said Miss Dottie's still with us, huh?
Yeah, Miss Dottie's still out here getting it.
Is that the first time we did a Sankofa session on somebody who was still living?
Oh,
no.
We did Sally Ann last week.
Well, there it is, y'all. We looking back at Miss Dottie today. Thank y'all for that, our historian and our old soul. That was our Sankofa session. And this has been another great episode of the MisBelief Radio Show.
Yes. And we're not canceled.
Yeah, we
yeah, we don't know.
I'll text y'all on Monday, but Who are you? Tell them where they can follow you on social media.
This is Malik. You can follow me at No Tours or Frozen Photography with a PH.
And our special guest.
What's good? You can follow me at Music by Doc on all the platforms. Yeah, Cool Nasty, Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere where you can really get music, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can check out the Cool National Link at the Jazz Market with the Millennial Arsenio. How about you, my mans?
Man, this is that actor guy, Martin Bats Bradford. You can find me on all your social media platforms at Mr. Bats. Check us out on flowerbats.podbean.com for the Flower Bats podcast and on YouTube, Gumbo Monster 504 for all our movies and shorts.
What's up, y'all? It's Jay Still. You can follow me on Instagram at IMJStill_. You can also follow me at Fat Girl Nola and visit IJessicaJohnson.com.
Cousin! Hi, everybody. It's the one and only Oshun. You can follow me on the Instagram at Oshun, OSHUNSL11. Or on the Facebook, I am now accepting friend requests at Oshun Sunday.
And I am DC Paul, the Millennial Arsenio. You can find me at whoisdcpaul.com.
Who?
And Who is DC Paul on all your social networks. That's the Twitter, the Instagram, and the Facebook. Or just check out DC Paul. And I said the .com. Whoisdcpaul.com. I'm going to be updating my blog real soon.
Hashtag Who That Paul.
Yeah.
DC Lab.
Yeah. Listen, Eddie Murphy's laugh was distinctive, and now I look at Eddie Murphy. So, all right, you guys, tune in. Tune in on Monday to the Misbelief Weekday Lounge, and tune into our podcast at TheMisBelief.podbean.com. Available on iTunes. We're also on YouTube and everywhere else. You guys, thank y'all to all the millions and millions of listeners and millions listeners and watchers all around the world, y'all. We'll be back next week.
Don't turn it on.
Don't turn it on.
Oh, my.
Right, you guys.
Hold up.
Still where?
Against the wall.
Against the WB.
Don't move.
Don't move.
Trust me, I wish I
I got mommy Monday. We doing trivia.
Okay, so Monday we're definitely
Sunday we're going to see Raheem, and Monday we're going to trivia.
So wait, how you going to do trivia Monday if you're going to be here?
What time?
Oh, I was supposed to come back with that here.
But that's at 8.
No, it's at 7.
All right, you guys.
We'll figure it out.
Right.
That's fine. Shout out to all of my amazing ass co-hosts, my friends. I know some of the most amazing people in the city. You heard me. Shout out to Xeno Moonflower.
Yes.
Down here in Studio 1230. Shout out to Eric and Terry from 2 Trill Trivia. Check them out on Monday at the Ace Hotel at 3 Keys for 2 Trill Trivia. Shout out to the man with the camera in his hand, River Smith. Come on in here, River. Come on, River. He's our newest team. You heard me. And this is us.
It's all of us.
This is what we look like.
This
Without
is
smelling
us.
cake.
This is what we look like.
This
You hear
is
me?
us.
And did we get Mr. Backman, backup man? Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Next week.
Don't get nothing.
On you.